Okay, well, hello everybody, good morning. No, good afternoon. 12 o'clock has already passed. Okay, so Maria Abanga here. Maria Abanga, Maria Abanga, your lawyer and psychotherapist, specializing in mental health and relational wellness. Your motivational speaker, inspirational author, and more. In short, I am all about things that help people grow, heal, helping people, uplifting people, celebrating people, appreciating people, encouraging people. I have never, since I started taking social media seriously in 2018, especially Facebook, done any posts that can bring somebody down. In short, I don't even make comments on people's posts. I'm very careful about it. If it's not to celebrate, if it's not to encourage, if it's not to support it, I just pass and go. Except it is one that it is so like against rape, all those kind of things, yes. But if it's just somebody doing their thing, even if people make mistakes and are falling down and stuff like that, it's not for me. Look, I'm a lawyer, I'm not a judge. So it's the judge who should decide. Secondly, I am not an over-righteous, holier than thou. I don't hold no standards for people to go and want to begin to witch hunt and bring people out and be talking about people and their lives and whether they're going up or they're coming down and those kind of things. I don't do that. If some people have chosen that as their own terrain and whether they have become gossip bloggers or whatever, I'm not there. I don't even want to be a celebrity. I don't need that. I don't need celebrity treatment. I don't need to be recognized as one. I refuse. So when I even saw myself once somebody talked about me on YouTube, I was like, hey, I beg, nobody should do this again. No, I don't want it, because soon after it will be whatever noise people are making. Not that I really care about noise, because I put myself out there, but it is so wrong to witch hunt, especially when you don't even have evidence at all. You can run into trouble. And that's what I want to talk about today: witch hunting on social media and watching what you get involved in. Not only because you can run into trouble with the law, but also because of what you yourself stand for. I'm a very focused person. I know my purpose. If some people are still finding their purpose on earth, I know my own since 2 years today. So I'm working on that. And that's what I do all the time. And so I refuse to be dragged into something that does not relate to my purpose. I refuse. I don't have no best friend, because I don't want to feel my loyalty jeopardized one day because I'm trying to support my best friend. I don't want no best friend. I'm nobody's best friend. If anybody thinks I'm their best friend, they're on their own. Because as I can attach today, I can detach tomorrow. And they know me. My family don't. If I'm very principled, I take my lead. I'm very intentional. If I don't relate to these things, especially things that hurt people, things that break people, things that are there to ridicule people, humiliate people. What kind of nonsense is that? I've been through so much in my life to come at this stage and be who I am, and then go and begin to get involved with running your mouth about people and making all kinds of faces and all of those things. I don't watch. I tried to watch one of them. I regretted who sent me to watch that thing. It was about somebody I thought should not be there. So I was like, why is her name there? But then she told me, why did you even waste your time to watch? And since that day, I was like, never will I waste my data again to go click on any of those things there to be watching things. So there was another one that I was even watching. It was short and they used to promote people or celebrate people. And I was like, yeah, well, once I saw a post that was not really celebrating somebody, but at least there was some kind of advice there to be like, you want to advise people, say, okay, but please, you can do this way so that you can become better. That is it. Although they kind of making fun part of it, I did not relate with that. I just say, okay, well, not my problem. But now another one comes up, and when you use some kind of language and you say somebody's head, somebody's eyes, somebody's all of those things, you don't know the mental state of somebody. Look, somebody can, Some people will say, oh, what is rape? Rape is nothing. Well, a girl in Ghana was raped and she drank poison and she just died. Somebody could even just be sexually harassed and that just ruins their life like that. So you cannot even measure the emotional intelligence of somebody to know whether by the time you insult somebody, that person should be able to just move on. Is everybody the same? Let me use a small example. Somebody did a video and their voice was not as pitched as it used to be. And so I asked them nicely, or did they have a code or something? They said, no, they forgot their microphone. I said, okay, well, maybe I just told myself, well, that means that next time they will do better. And for me, that was it. But 3 other people who watched that video from me, my sharing, all they came out with was, I couldn't even listen to that thing today. And what kind of low voice is that? I was like, and then I think there are captions. And then, well, even just the fact that the person has made an effort to do a video, the person is even smiling, all of that. The title is very clear. Can you not just get something? How are we just quick to pick out what is wrong like that? Like, what kind of low voice is that? What kind of low voice is that? Well, good topic, but no voice. I'm like, anyway, so people are different. That is true. And I know what I stand for. And so I would know what I am getting involved with. Not only because I am a psychotherapist and I'm about healing. My ministry is called Love and Healing. Nothing else. And if you are loving and you are healing or you are out for that, there's no way you may want to bring down another person or be involved in something like that. No, that's not me. And well, you have ways to take yourself out of a situation. You can just remove yourself. You don't need to even say, I'm out of it, I don't like it, and those, and just take myself out of that very fast. After all, did we come to this world together? Look at me, they sue you for defamation. Should I be an accomplice just because they saw my name mentioned or because I also wrote something and stuff like that? Nah, I know better than that. I refuse. I'm not even going to give people advice. Do it public like this. You take it, fine. You don't take it, bad. But to say I go to somebody and say, be careful about what you're doing because no, I don't do that. I will not. I keep learning and I keep growing. I refuse. So it is so appalling what's happening on social media. I just don't watch those things. I don't. I prefer to be big mumu. I have my people that I even read things that they put on their timeline, and thank God the way social media, Facebook sorts those things out. So I don't even see everything they put, and I don't go to people's walls except you are a very close person. I don't go to people's walls. If it pops up on my timeline, I read it. If it does not pop up, I don't read it. Like, if you don't read my own, nothing happens now. Life goes on. So what is all this witch hunting? Oh, people doing live and insulting people. Not me. That's why I don't even invite people except I really know this is my person. I'd rather be invited. Because I don't want to be insensitive. I don't want to do anything that can make somebody feel bad. That is me. I'm an empath. I don't. So, and this particular case, it is because the person reached out to me now privately when they have already gotten into some kind of trouble. That should do what? I was like, okay, well, this is a teaching moment. Use it to teach, but that is it. You don't have nothing to do in that. Nothing at all. Okay, Mark, yes, get out. And I just got me out very fast. So the free dictionary, one way to be very careful when you are posting anything on social media, especially about another person, is to have your source, have your sources, have the permission, even to use somebody's picture. Have the source, have the permission. Ask. Some people are so polite to even go and ask you, can I share your post? Yeah, if the share button is there, it means you can share. But sometimes just be super careful. Go and ask. Even to do a video about somebody, if you didn't get all of that information you are using online, then it will be a problem. If they send it to you privately and then you use it publicly without a disclaimer, another problem. Copyright, all of those things. So, according to the free dictionary, witch hunting involves searching out and harassing dissenters. Well, that was how it was defined. Now coming to online, it is like people who don't share the same views as you, people who have done things you think are not the kind of things that you relate with, and so you want to bring them, that you want to prove that there are witches, that are bad people. And in this particular case, I can say I was dragged into, because I didn't even want to know about it. Somebody talks about somebody until the person says people should not patronize this person's business again. I don't know where they got their evidence, if the person did what they said the person did, all of those things. But when they come to me now to ask for my advice, I don't want to give no advice on that. Because if you wanted to be careful, because you are such a personality, you should have asked for advice before doing that kind of thing. Especially since it's not the first time you are doing that kind of thing. It is like making unguarded statements, unjustified statements, having those kind of very strong opinions about somebody without the evidence. So the act of tormenting by continued persistent attacks and criticisms. So people like to say positive criticism. What is even positive about it? Yeah, people can learn from it, but seriously, sometimes it is more positive even when you go and meet them privately, or you reach out to them inbox or through WhatsApp. But when you do that, your positive criticism right there on their post on social media, and then you even come, they reply, you reply, they reply, you are fighting. What is all that for? So you could land yourself into serious legal and other trouble if you witch hunt others, or get involved either as an accomplice or accessory. And I think sometimes last week I was talking about some of these legal provisions and stuff, and so I'm having my sister type all of these things so that I can put them out there. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. And this morning, even before looking at my WhatsApp, something was just telling me in my spirit, hey, you've put out this fundraising, and somebody already reached out to me to ask me if I was letting a certain person do the fundraising drive for me. And I found that so sarcastic and weird and everything, and I just answered yes. Because if you start saying why, blah, blah, the story continues. So I just said yes. So they just shut up and stop at that level. I was surprised, like, is it about the person doing the fundraising? Is it about me, or is it about the children we want to help? What is all this? Is it important? Is it necessary? I mean, why do people have time to do those kind of things? I just don't. I have so much on my plate. I have people I really want to help. Somebody told me I'm a laborer in the Lord's vineyard, and I say, yes, exactly. That's what I am, a laborer. So when you're a laborer, you have work to do. You don't have time. Somebody was saying today, well, the thing is that if you want the likes, you want the followers, what are you going to do? You are going to be saying the kind of things that can make them to keep coming back. Fortunately, I don't want those likes and followers. No. Take your 1,000 likes and views and subscriptions elsewhere. I don't even ask people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm surprised it's like 55 people today. I'm like, that is it. All my own is to inspire people, to motivate people, to encourage people. My pleasure. That's all about life. We have all, you want to go Bible, we have all sinned and fallen short. You want to go any other area in life, we are all dealing with something. We all have issues. So why don't you just live your life, try to, remove all those things from you, and not go and be focusing whether somebody is even doing better than you or somebody is doing worse than you, so that you can celebrate or you can chastise and you can do what? When you have 1,000 likes and 1,500 subscribers, and you monetize the channel and you build that mansion and you buy those fleet of cars and all of that, and then what? My mental health is so important. I was watching a YouTube this morning of some young lady in the UK. I think she's a poet and all of that, Michaela Cole or something, and I was like, that's my kind of girl. She's like, no, she doesn't want her stardom. She runs away from the thing like, what? Money cannot buy me a good mental health. I refuse. No, let me stay in my corner. As you see me like this, I have my books on the Amazon. Every month or every 2 months, I'm getting some royalties. People are buying them. I'm not making no publicity. I'm not even bothered. So no, stay me quiet in my corner and like use social media to promote, to help other people, to educate people, to empower people, you know, to get people to talk and heal and move on in life. If Mandela and all of those people, Obama and the rest that we admire, like that Michelle Obama, they were using social media to do the kind of things some people used to do, we will even be looking up to them? We need those kind of people, like be a light. Is it not dark enough? COVID, wahala, this one, that one, that one. Then individuals too come and be adding. Now listen to the law. Cameroon Penal Code. Look, even if you are not in Cameroon or you are a Cameroonian, or even if what you have done as a foreigner affects a Cameroonian, you can still be criminally responsible. So people should not think because they are abroad, they can do anything to a Cameroonian and stuff. I mean, if somebody really wants to get you booked, they can get you booked, even through the consular services anyway. And then, you know, with the way people settle scores now, they can go and look out for your family, they can do something. So let's be more considerate, especially now everybody is on so much high alert, anxiety, all of those kind of things. And then you want to wake up someday, your name is there somewhere on social media or some video saying some kind of things about you. Maybe some people like listening to such gossip anyway. So let me just tell you my own now. Section 74 on punishment and responsibility. I'd already read this last week, but I've typed it out, I've put it there. So no penalty may be imposed except upon a person criminally responsible. Criminal responsibility shall lie on him who intentionally commits each of the ingredient acts or omissions of an offense with the intention of causing the result which completes it. Now let's look at this case. You go and talk about somebody. Is that not intentionally? And you can say somebody's voice? No. And when you say you did your research, okay, put the source of the research there now. Once you put the source, then people can go and see that source and are like, well, no, you did not form this thing. Those are sources. I watched somebody on YouTube, it's some American guy. He's always putting his sources. He does not even show his face. It is all about the sources where he gets the information, and then he uses that to analyze. As long as there can be a source, even if you don't put that source, if they come after you, you can put the source. I use this example, the Red Table Talk this couple did about their entanglement thing. It was there, everybody could see it. So if you want to do an analysis of that show now, please use the URL of that show, put it there, like from this as I put here like this. Even if you don't put, have it, so that if somebody comes after you, well, you got it from there. That one they already put it there for public consumption, that's public. But if you go and do private research and then you cannot put the source of your research, if you say, for example, somebody received 2 million and you cannot show a receipt where the person received that 2 million, or you cannot produce an audio, or you cannot, I have been in court. I remember when Messager, the man was still alive, and he was sued with some stuff for defamation, and the matter went up, came down, you know. It was every first Wednesday of the month, and I used to have some other hearings that day too. So we would meet, people would come and stuff, but the case went on, and in the end they sentenced some people, some of them to prison, and then there was a big fine they had to pay. And I was like, was this whole thing worth it? As much as they say freedom of press, you know, well, you also want to be careful, and you know the country we are in, right? So that freedom like that, that's why I stay very clear of some certain things. I don't want me trouble. Yeah, I can only do what I can do, and I know what I am focusing on, so I stay there. So save as otherwise provided by law, they shall arise from the result, though intended, of an omission. That's, they shall arise criminal responsibility. So even if you just omitted to do something, criminal responsibility arises. You will now have to prove that it was an omission, and that yet, but this is the source, so it was not my. You want to be very careful. So it is very important that there should be intention and commission, those two words. So if you sit on TV or on any platform, like I'm sitting here, and you talk about something, that means you have already committed, you have already spoken, you have done it. And if you sit, you decide to open your mind, it means you were intentional about it. So look out, those are those two ingredients already that can land you into trouble. That intention and that commission, doing it. Doing it can mean talking, it can mean not even doing something. You know that it is not good to talk about somebody, and then you talk about somebody. Or you know that it is not good to support somebody who is talking about somebody, and you support that person and publicly. Or you don't tell that person that it is not good, or you don't dissociate from it, then you too, you can be booked. Remember, section 75 says, ignorance of the law nor motive shall not be material. So you cannot say that you were ignorant of the law. That is why I share. People sometimes say, now una lawyer them. I don't know me. What does the law provide? Ask. Especially when you start getting onto the public fora. Ask. Okay, fine. We are just all enjoying social media and all the gossip and all the everything. But have we not seen where people have sued people? Harry and Meghan and all of those people that have been suing people all over the place now. You have that kind of money to be wasting? Okay, now section 152 talks about contempt. A contempt shall mean any defamation, abuse, or threat conveyed by gesture, word, or cry uttered in any place open to the public. Social media is open to the public. Or by any procedure intended to reach the public. Don't think that because it's your wall, it's private, it's my wall, it's my wall. As long as there are people who can see what you are putting on your wall, somebody can sue you for contempt. And if we are in Cameroon, then that will be good evidence, and I will get you and waste your time and waste some money. So contempt shall mean any defamation. We will see what defamation is below. Abuse, when you abuse people, your big head, your big eye, your wawa face, all of those kind of things. Threat, tell somebody nobody should patronize him again, nobody should use him again, all of those kind of things. By gesture, even when you're just making like that, by word of mouth, what you are saying, or cry, you're calling people to action, even if you're just showing pictures and you're not saying nothing. In any place open to the public, whether you come and stand here or on social media, it is open to the public. The exceptions defined by section 306 shall be applicable to content. Section 306 talks about public servants and men of God, ministers of the word, all of that. Prosecution shall be barred by the lapse of 4 months from commission of the offense or from the last step in preparation of prosecution. So at least if after 4 months nobody comes after you, that is good. But in this particular case, something was put up on the 26th and the people reach out on the 27th. So they are not bad. And if they tell you put it down and rebut, and you don't do it, and they have all of that evidence, you're going to land yourself into trouble. That is why you even see on some press, when they put it down, they do a rebuttal. They say, I'm sorry, and it's not for nothing. They don't want trouble. You don't do it. Okay, good. We go to court now. By the time you are spending some money, let us even see what the Lord provides, how much you are going to spend. Even if it's just 5,000. If it's just for you, for some people, it's not just. Thank you. And remember, another one, contempt of precedent. You know, when people go and making caricature and they're talking, oh, the president, this. Whoa. Section 153 says, whoever commits a contempt of the president of the republic or any person exercising the whole or a part of their prerogatives or of any foreign head of state shall be punished with imprisonment for from 1 to 5 years, or with fine of from 20,000 to 20 million, or with both such imprisonment and fine. That's Cameroon Penal Code. So not only talking about our own president, but also about any foreign president. You know, we can use coded names and we can talk anyhow. They just know that they can come after you, you know. So you want to be careful what you say about any president or any foreign head of state. Be very careful. Now, section 305, defamation. Whoever by any of the means described in section 152 injures the honor or reputation of another by imputations, direct or indirect, of facts which he is unable to prove, that he is human being. That means which you are unable to prove, shall be punished with imprisonment for from 6 days to 6 months, and with a fine of from 5,000 to 2 million, or with any one of those penalties. So if you don't mind spending between 6 days and 6 months, and you know there are aggravating circumstances, right? So if we can find traces of other insultive behavior and all of those derogatory kind of things, then those could be aggravating circumstances. So if you don't mind spending between 6 months to 6 days, or you don't mind paying between 5,000 to 2 million, maybe you are a bush faller, so you have your dollars and euros and stuff like that, okay, continue. But if you don't want that, that is the only legal side. Not to talk of your reputation, not to talk of all what you're doing. And karma is a bitch. And some people just get all wrinkles, cannot even sleep. They're just there biling, bitter, and all of those kind of things. It is also this witch hunting thing. What is so important for you to want to prove how useless another person is, or how whatever, or how failure, or how disgraceful, or what? Okay, well, so that's what I wanted to share. And if I wasn't in any way tagged along in this particular case, I would have just kept me my peace, my quiet. After all, I can use my data to be watching episodes of the Woman Experience and other things where you see all of these things I share. I spend my time listening to things. I wish I had time to be attending all of those things. On Saturday again, I'll be on the Women Speaking Experience, talking once more about self-confidence. Those are my kind of things. Those are my kind of things. When I went on some page, I was talking about mental health. Now that's all my own. Mental health, or people's well-being, no to rape, no to domestic violence, stuff like that. Stop child abuse. That is it. But if it's about taking somebody down, witch hunting, whatever, no, that's not Maria Abanga. So please, don't contact me again if you have a problem, especially when people have tried to talk to you, or you yourself should be in a position to know that if somebody does the same thing to you, you're not going to be happy. So why do it to another person? Why talk about somebody like that? Why, say things you don't have proof? Yes, cyberbullying is a crime. No, we don't. It is true. So I know what I talk about. When I talk about some things, am I not a lawyer? Like that Indian man who sexually harassed that worker. I use his picture now, but I knew that can land me into trouble. But I was waiting. I want trouble sometimes. But they have not come. So if 4 months passes and they don't come after me, okay, that is it. So I know. So maybe it's a good thing, that I studied law. And so maybe you want to consult, be very sure about what you are doing and before you keep doing it. So that is it. And I hope someone relates and is able to take measures to prevent or address witch hunting. Oh, that is it now. So even if you have proof, there's a data protection on social media. Oh, you see, me, I use myself. You think I'm doing that for nothing? Nah, I use myself well and proper. Who can sue me about using my own self? Nobody. I've learned. Once I even put some pictures and they said no, they did not want their pictures there. So I had to quickly take it down and I profusely apologize. So I will use myself. Even if I want to put somebody's name, I will ask the person, can I use your name? Can I use your picture? Can I share your posts? Those small things that can really help us. Okay, well, everybody, thank you those who joined, and people who might want to learn 1 or 2 things from this post. Yeah, please feel free to share. I mean, me, as far as Maria Abanga, do it, but just don't go whether it's criticizing or witch hunting me. I'm looking for work now. Will I not just that is true, guys. Use anonymity without names. Even me, when I talk about my clients, all those names are fake names, and I make sure that I'm just snapping like that. I cannot be sharing. I know all of those things, confidentiality on both sides, so I don't want me trouble. So please, oh, yeah, an ounce of prevention weighs more than a pound of cure. Can you imagine an ounce weighing more than a pound? Okay, oh. Okay, hello everybody. God bless us all.